Being innovative as a pharma marketer is tough. You're always under time pressure. You're managing projects, people, and teams from across your organization, and you work in one of the toughest compliance environments of any industry. My name is Marc Charbonneau, and I provide coaching and training to marketers and sales teams who want to take their performance to the next level. This video is about how to create an innovative environment for yourself. And I'm going to give you some practical tips and suggestions around how to do it. It's one of a series of videos that I'm doing on innovation. The first one, First Principles, is really about things that you need to be aware of if you want to be innovative. This video is about creating an innovative environment for yourself. The next one, doing the same thing for your team. The fourth one, very important, is how to sell your innovations within your organization. And then the last one is about dealing with compliance and regulatory bodies. Okay, so let me tell you a story. Now, in my work environment, I'm considered to be one of the most innovative people out there. But at home, if I tell my daughters that I am making dinner, they are horrified. Because when it comes to making a creative, healthy, tasty meal, I suck. And I've always known and believed that I suck at that. It's just, I pick up the kids, I get them home, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm very mission oriented as I'm preparing the meal. They're doing their homework and asking me homework questions, so I'm getting interrupted. All I want to do is get the kids through homework, get them fed, showers, and try and eke out some time to spend with them at the end of the evening. It's not a good environment for me to be innovative. Now, my girlfriend, on the other hand, is just brilliant. She comes home, she's very relaxed. She knows she's going to come up with something amazing. She sits down, she takes her time, she looks, and she comes up with meal combinations or taste combinations from really terrible leftovers that I made the day before. And it's just incredible what she's able to do. And I can tell you, the kids are thrilled anytime they hear that she's the one making the meal. Now, I mentioned this story just because in our work environment, often we don't have the right situation to be innovative. We're often under time pressure, we're getting interrupted, we're not in the right mindset to be innovative, we're not open to it. And if you have the right mindset and you have the right environment, you can be innovative. And I'm going to be talking about how to set that up in this video. Okay, so how do you set yourself up for innovative success? There's really two buckets that you need to pay attention to. The first is mindset. What do you need to do? What do you need to believe to really open yourself up to be your most innovative? And the second is environment. What's that space, be it physical or time-wise, that allows you to work on your opportunity or your innovation? Mindset's really the most important. If you get that figured out, I think the rest will follow. But in mindset, there's really three things you need to pay attention to. One, you have to absolutely believe that you can be innovative. And I talked about it in the last video. Whatever your passion is, now it could be cooking, it could be home decorating, it could be renovations. I'm sure that you found new ways to do things better. And that's just being innovative. There's no reason you can't do that at work if you have the right mindset and environment. Second thing, very important. You have to be willing to challenge the way things are done. It's silly, but so many people never question why they do things a certain way. They just do it. And if you don't question, if you don't challenge how things are done, you're just accepting that there is no better way. If you want to be innovative, you've always got to be looking for that better way. Don't challenge everything. Choose something that bugs you, that it makes sense to change. But a warning here, because this is where I'd sometimes get myself into trouble, you have to be careful how you challenge things. Because virtually without exception, there's a good reason why things are done a certain way. It's really important to take the time and do your homework to figure out why the current strategy, tactic, or process is in place. When you suggest an improvement, take the time to recognize the good as well as the bad in the current situation. You always have to remember there's inevitably people and resources invested in the current way of doing things, so you absolutely have to respect and recognize that. Last thing in the mindset bucket is, once you figured out how you want to make that change for the better, you've got to be ready to make the effort, take the time, and spend the political capital to sell that change. In my opinion, most important qualities of someone who's innovative is the determination and ability to sell the innovation. I've seen a lot of great ideas die, a few of them my own, because of an inability to sell them. People push back on change. It's normal and it's to be expected. But if you want to be innovative, you've got to be ready for that and have a plan in place. Now, once you have the mindset, you need to figure out what's the physical space that's most conducive to you being innovative. Bear in mind, this is if you're working by yourself, not with a larger team. I talk about that in the next video. Remember my poor daughters and me making them dinner. But, not good. Hungry, tired, time pressure, interruptions, mission-oriented, not the space where I'm at my most innovative. What does work for me is going for walks. I'm uninterrupted, no cell phone, no email, and physical movement just seems to get my brain going. You need to figure out what works for you, where you're at your most innovative, your most creative, and figure out and book some time in that space. Maybe it's your balcony, maybe it's your office with the door closed, a library, it's whatever works for you. Now, a very important nuance to pay attention to, make sure you're not under any time pressure. I know a lot of people who are incredibly productive under time pressure, but I don't know anyone who's innovative in that situation. Also, make sure that time's uninterrupted. Often part of the innovative process is just connecting the dots, and having interruptions really throws off that process. Lastly, make sure you have the tools in hand that help you to be innovative, and it's whatever works for you. Me, I like to type notes into my iPhone when I take my walks. Other people, it's stickies or flip charts. It's whatever works for you. In summary, you need to create the physical environment in which you're at your most innovative. Now that can be taking a walk, sitting on your balcony at home, or in your office with the door closed. Whatever it is, you need to book some uninterrupted time with the tools you need to think about your opportunity. Similarly, you need the right mindset. You need to be willing to challenge the way things are done, you need to believe you can find a better way, and you need to be ready to sell your innovation once you've developed it. Hope this gives you some practical tips and suggestions around being more innovative. Next video in the series is how to create an innovative environment for your team. After that, how to sell your innovation within your organization. And the last one is dealing with compliance and regulatory bodies. If you want to make sure you get those videos, be sure to push the subscribe button. Regardless, would love to hear what you think about the videos, so please feel free. Thumbs up, thumbs down, write a comment, or just contact me directly at marketsolutionsmrc.com. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch the video. Have a great day.